New style and appearance package, driver assistance tech, and new options for the 2024 Audi Q5 Sportback S-Line. We have it here today. Let's do a deep dive into what this model has to offer for the 2024 model year and why you're going to want this in your garage starting today. What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rides. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video where I'm here at Audi Lakeland in Florida for this new 2024 Audi Q5 Sportback. And this is the S-Line TFSI 45 or 45 TFSI and Quattro. So we have something special here today because you need to know everything is new for the new 2024 model year. And I want to do a breakdown of this specific spec because we have around $9,000 worth of options because we got new tech, we got new appearance packages, we got a better engine for the 45. So with that said, let's take a deep dive into what this Audi Q5 has to offer and why you're going to want an S-Line for your Sportback. Now again, big shout out to Audi of Lakeland here in Florida for this Q5 review. And if you guys want to check them out and get this car, this specific car in your garage, make sure you guys check the links in the description for all their contact information so you guys can come get this car today. Why the S-Line trim for 2024? Well, it's upgrades with bigger wheels, streamlined bumpers, lower suspension, and leather upholstered seating. So the S-Line gives you all of the things in the packages that you probably would check in those options if you had the chance to do so. So things like, an aesthetic look and better handling with, increased wheel sizes for performance. So again, it's just a better thing to get the S-Line package if you're looking to check all of those boxes. Anyways, when it comes to the options, you just hit one package and you got it all good to go. Now we got to talk about what's new for 2024. There's a couple of things that have changed this year. For instance, standard active lane assist, a heated steering wheel, a capacitive grip sensor for hands-on detection. You also have remote engine start that's available now for the My Audi app. Now, Audi also made some changes cosmetically to the lineup, like the black optic package that we have here today, which gives you even more dark exterior accents than before. Now, when we mention suspension, we're talking about a four-wheel independent suspension standard with front and rear stabilizer bar. And when we mention dimensions, we're looking at a length of 184.6 inches, overall width with mirrors at 84.2 inches, 74.5 without, and a height of 65.4 inches with a total wheelbase of 111 inches. Now your curb weight is 4,178 pounds with 4,400 pounds maximum towing capacity and a 1,113 pound maximum payload with a gross weight of 5,490 pounds. So ultra blue metallic paint for our spec today, and it looks gorgeous. Metallic obviously shows up the best in this Florida sun, and you guys can see it do its thing here today. It looks really good. Now, as far as the front end, you can see a lot of black. That's because we have the black optic package here for the 2024 model year, and we'll see all of these broken down in the sticker breakdown towards the end of the video so you can see how much each one of these options cost. But obviously black rings, black grille, black surround, all of that with the Quattro badge front and center as well. You also have the black front lip here to break things up a little bit with some more symmetry on the side here with the black inlays. All right, now with that you also get the full LED headlamps as well, which we will see those illuminated here today as well, so you can see how all of that shines through. When you take a step back, you can see that that black optic package gives it a more sporty look, and it's really aggressive with that big grille and that big mouth coming at you there, and it looks really good against this blue metallic paint. I love the way that this shines through. Now we also have the black optic wheel package, and this is 21 inches wrapped with Pirelli P0 tires. Now this is an option, again, we will break down shortly for you guys, but as you guys can see, red brake calipers, the Audi logo in the center, and the two-tone wheel option here as well. Now we also see the S-Line badge on the front fender, and then we see the mirror caps done, and also that ultra blue metallic. Coming along the side, you will see that we have the ultra blue metallic carrying all the way through, and then we have gloss black on the side skirt there as well, again for some symmetry to go along with the window moldings done in black and the B-pillar done in gloss black as well. All looks really good together with the spoiler right here done in ultra blue. The panel roof, changing most of the roof here to glass, which looks black, right? All right, then we go to the back. We will see more gloss black coming along the side of the spoiler there. And then let's talk about the back, but we're gonna flip this car around so you can see it even better. All right, now that she's flipped around, the rear it looks just as sporty as the front. Look at this thing. Beautiful, beautiful tail lamps to go along with this kind of futuristic look when it comes to the lighting elements here. They just look so cool even when they are not illuminated. So then obviously we'll see them illuminated and it looks even cooler, especially with the sequential turn signals. Now you also have the Q5 badge done in black, and then we have the black strike through going along with the Audi rings done in black as well. Now that's not the only thing, because we have the Quattro badge letting you know that this is the all-wheel drive. That's what the Quattro means. And then we have the big reflectors down here with the reverse lamps and the fog lamps. So the fog lamps are right here, the reverse lamps are here, and then these are just the safety reflectors here. Now with that, the sportiness comes with the big rear diffuser done in gloss black as well, so you guys can see that going all along the rear of the vehicle, and it breaks it up with the blue wrapping around to the bottom, so that looks even cooler again for symmetry, where you get black, blue, black. So again, it's really cool how they set this up in the spec for the black optic package, because it gives it that much more of a sporty flair, and just the small details all add up. So what's under the hood? What are we talking about for performance for this 2024 Audi Q5 Sportback? Well, we know that this is a Quattro, and the Quattro means, well, all-wheel drive, and all-wheel drive with a 7-speed automated manual. Now, mild hybrid system for the 45 TFSI, and we're looking at a total horsepower of 261 horses with 273 pound-feet out of this inline-4 2-cylinder. Now with that, you have 16 valves, double overhead cams, and variable valve timing with direct injection, the standard. Now you're wondering, how does that all translate as far as performance numbers? Well, we're looking at a top speed of 130 miles per hour with a 0 to 60 in 5.7 seconds. So let's hear how that sounds when we're stepping on the pedal. When it comes to fuel economy for the Q5, you're looking at premium only 91, so 91 minimum, and you're looking at 24, 22, 28 for your fuel economy, 24 city and highway, 22 city, 28 highway. Now when it comes to cargo, you have plenty of space with the seats up, 24.7 cubic feet, but with all seats folded down, 51.9 cubic feet, and as you guys can see, it's a 40-20-40 split for your seats. Now, how do you get the seats down? Well, that's a good question, right? Well, you're gonna press this handle here, or shall I say pull this handle here, seats are down, and you can push them down from there. Same on this side here. Now, they're not all the way flat because we have to adjust the seat and the headrest, you know, to account for that. But if we want them all the way down, they will fold flat for you. Now, in the rear, you guys can see that we have extra space here, cargo for on the side, and a net to hold that in on both sides. You also see LED lighting right there as well for the times where it's dark out and you want to be able to see and lighten up this cargo space. Now, in the trunk, you also have an Audi mat here, cargo mat, as you guys can see. We also have a privacy shade right here as well. That's not attached, but would attach right here very easily to help protect your belongings. Underneath the cargo mat, we have a false floor, and if I press this in here and lift up, you will see that we have our spare tire, our tools, and everything tucked away underneath here as well. So the false floor is more for keeping that stuff there, not necessarily extra space, just to, you know, tidily tuck everything away so that it's very seamless and you have the most space when it comes to the cargo. And then once you're done, well, you can press the button here to either close or close and lock. We're just going to close today, so press that down and you have your automated trunk or cargo. Well, let's talk about the key fob, because it's pretty chill, pretty to the point, right? On the back, you just have gloss black with aluminum. And then on the reverse side, you have unlock there, you have lock, and you have your trunk. All right, so your trunk release, and that's it. All right, obviously the panic button, you know, that's gonna be bright and red and stand out, but yeah, for the most part, you just have your regular buttons, and then you have a physical key hidden down here in the Audi rings as you press this button on the side here to pull that down and get your physical key just in case your key fob battery dies. Let's step inside of the interior here because we have a beautiful rock gray with granite gray setup. Rock gray on the leather seats, granite gray for the stitching, and with black all throughout, like the shiny black aluminum and the black soft touch plastic. Well, all of it together makes a pretty cool spec. So with that said, before we get in, we have the S-Line badge here done in aluminum. All right, a little bit of flair. We have the Q5 mats here as well. And then once we step inside here, we also are greeted with a beautiful steering wheel done in perforated leather with the S-Line badge. This is part of the option that we'll go over in the sticker today. Now, before we even close the door up, let's take a look at this because this is going to give you an overall gist of what the spec is on the inside. So you guys can see the soft touch plastic there, the aluminum trim with this like honeycomb design. It's got a very like 3D feel to it. We have the aluminum door handle. We have our locks. We have our seat presets there. We also have our locks for our child safety, window controls, and mirror controls all set up there in this rock gray setup. Now you also see that we have the speaker system here as well, Bang & Olufsen, if you guys can't tell there. And then we also have our trunk release here as well. So then we close this up and it sounds beautiful when you close the door. Now, not only does it sound beautiful, it looks beautiful. Again, check out the seating. Done in perforated leather, heated and cooled seats. You will see here, we have the big panel roof that lets it allow natural light so we can appreciate this spec. And then in the inside, you will see that same kind of honeycomb-like aluminum material, Quattro badges, the soft touch plastic. You can see gloss black, black leather. Again, it's a premium place to be when it comes to these Audi machines. Now, if I go over here, you will see that we have our controls for our lighting. All right, so our fog lamps, we have our regular lighting switches there and our odometer there. So let's just give her a start up so we can see everything illuminated by putting our foot on the brake and pressing the start stop button there. All right, engine started. We are greeted with the beautiful digital dials, and we have the 7-inch touchscreen here as well. We'll continue as a guest, all right, because, you know, we are a guest today here at Audi of Lakeland. So when we have everything set up, the steering wheel, again, all perforated leather, which is super sporty to go all around with it. You also see that we have our menu controls here, heated steering wheel controls, and our hands-free controls with radio controls there as well. Nice paddle shifters here as well for up and down shifting. Our stocks here, where you see our windshield wiper controls there, our turn indicators, parking, and everything there. You also see that we have our cruise control set up on this dial right here. Now, the beautiful gauges, you can customize everything here as far as what you're seeing today, but it's nice to be able to scroll through easily with the dial right here on the steering wheel and physical touch buttons. You don't necessarily need anything specific to touch, but just scrolling with the dial so you get information there as well. Looks really good, right? Then we have the 7-inch display for the touch screen here that gives us everything like in our home controls, which we can customize as well. We have our radio, telephone navigation, all that stuff. Obviously, I'm not connected to all of this, so it's not going to show how it should, but once you're connected, you will see everything here today. But you know, it will be to your phone or navigated to your phone, so you guys can use your device right here as well. Same with the navigation, not necessarily set up, but you have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You can have all of that here. You have your profile and customized controls there, radio, media, phone navigation, vehicle, apps, settings. All this stuff is here for you guys. I mean, even when you go to things like vehicle, you can customize this thing and check out everything here. Lighting and visibility, driver assistance, the exterior lighting, interior lighting. We do have interior lighting, but if I go back, you can go to exterior lighting and you can talk about your lighting controls as far as your LED headlamps and everything there. You can go to plenty of things when it comes to this driver assistance. I mean, all the good stuff that you need is all here to touch, and really it's actually pretty intuitive. It works very well. This shows our drive modes. You don't necessarily have to do your drive modes from there. We actually have a drive mode switch I'll get to in just a second, but you can press this and it seems to work at a dime. So again, all this stuff is pretty simple and intuitive and easy to set up when it comes to all of your Audi controls and technology. Now, coming along, we will see our HVAC vents here. All right, we will also see our hazard button there. You can see our HVAC controls here, which we currently have off, but hey, if I turn that sideways, you can see dual zone here, and physical buttons. No screens besides the one here, and still on this screen, you have physical buttons. So it's very nice to have things like this, because in the world of touch screens that may be wonky and, you know, not work as well, you have actual physical buttons like your heated seats, your cooling seats. You can do them both at the same time, which is crazy. And things like your climate controls. You have things like your driver select mode, which I was telling you about. You can do your drive modes here, and you have off-road, dynamic, auto, comfort, and individual, and you can change them all here. All right, you also have your start stop, you have your traction, you have your parking, and you have your hill descent there with, if you press that, that will tap to display to turn it on, but you can turn it on and off that way. All right, then you have your 12 volt there, your USB 2.0 there, radio controls here, a little extra storage, and then parking sensors there, or sorry, parking brake there. Let's take a look at the actual shift knob here, because it may be a learning curve for some. So, it feels good in the hand, it is contoured to your hand, right? If you want to put it in park, that's gonna be your park button. If you want to move it, you're gonna press this in, and you're gonna go to your desired spot. So, I wanna go back, I'm in drive mode. If I want to go to neutral, I'm that way. If I wanna go in reverse, I'm that way. When I'm in reverse, I have our driver assistance there, so I have a full look. Now, hopping inside of the Q5, you get an Audi SUV because you want more room, right? Well, look at that. I am 6 foot, and I can do my knees however I want without scraping this backrest. And the headroom is phenomenal, even with the panel roof. So you guys can see that you have plenty of space when it comes to cargo back here. And the best part about it is it's still as lavish in the rear as it is up front. They carry the same theme when it comes to the perforated leather, the bolstering in the seats. You have the same materials when it comes to the door paneling. And obviously the sound system carries over to back here as well. Big armrest, fold this down, and you have cup holders that pop out like that, because that's cool. All right, push that down, and then we have our HVAC right here as well. USB 2.0 for your charging, and a 12 volt right there, with the backrest also having netting for extra storage. I mean, not a lot to complain about back here, right? I mean, at the same time, you also have your shade here, sunshade. I can just pull that down and I can see straight through if I need to, but if I want to, like in Florida, have the sunshade, that's a good thing to have right there. And with all the natural lighting from the panel roof, it just makes it a good place to be. Now let's take a look at the Q5, all illuminated with the full LED headlamps there. And you guys can see we also have the switchback LEDs for the turn signals. They go from amber to bright white. So they are multi-function when it comes to that, and they are very sharp. Looks so good. You guys put it all together, especially against this blue paint. Now when we come along to the side profile, we're gonna get our turn signal in the mirror cap. So you guys can see it there. It might not shine as bright in the daytime as the sun is right on it, but you guys can see it is there and it's doing its thing. And then to the rears, we have the sequential tail lamps, very famous for the Audi brand. Looks so cool, so futuristic. And then we have the rear fog lamps, as you guys can see illuminated there. So when you put it all together, that is what it looks like, and that is so cool, so animated. Love the sequential tails. So let's take a look at this sticker and see what we have today for our 2024 Audi Q5 Sportback S-Line 45 TFSI Quattro. Now, with that said, we have what we're talking about for our MSRP at $51,500 in a specific model, but then we add some options, and what you see here today is going to cost $61,990. Now, how do we get there? Well, we'll talk about that in just a moment, but keep in mind that we do have an $1195 destination charge, and with all of this, you also get a warranty of 4 years, 50,000 miles, whichever comes first for the new vehicle limited warranty, a 12-year limited warranty against corrosion perforation, and you also have the 4 years roadside assistance coverage provided by a third-party supplier. Now, keep all that in mind when you look at the options that we have here today for our TFSI Quattro. So packages and options. Well, ultra blue metallic for this paint. That is going to be a $595 option standard. The rock gray and granite gray stitching, well, that is included in your package there, so that's awesome. You also have the Premium Plus package at $3,200, which is going to give you your Bang & Olufsen sound system with 3D sound, auto dimming mirrors. You also have your Premium Plus package. That's going to be $3,200. Now, what do you get with that? Let's get a little closer so you guys can see the Bang & Olufsen sound system with 3D sound. You also have the auto dimming, power folding exterior mirrors with memory, Sirius XM, the Audi Advanced Key and Audi Virtual Cockpit, memory for the driver's seat, leatherette covered center console and door armrest, and a top view camera system with power adjustable steering column. Now you also have the Black Optic Plus package. That's going to give you your styling that we saw here today, which looks phenomenal. Now that's $2,650, and for that you get 20-inch 5-arm cutter design wheels with a bicolor finish. You also have all-season tires, aluminum satellite silver inlays, black exterior trim with the red brake calipers, Audi rings in black with the model badge, the black rear diffuser, front spoiler, and air intakes, and the perforated leather steering wheel with the S badge and sport suspension. That is probably the best package right there. That is everything that I want, checking all my boxes. Now the 21-inch black optic wheel package is $1,000. You can do the 21-inch 5 double spoke modular design wheels and summer tires. You also have the warm weather package at $950 and ventilated front seats with manual rear side window shades. And we also have Audi guard protection kit, Audi beam rings, and cargo cover at $315, $295, and $290. So that is your options for this Q5 Sportback S-Line 45 TFSI. So this is everything that comes standard at that $51,500 price tag. So you guys will see, if you didn't do any options, you decide to go against the options, you can still get a lot of great things standard on this model. Just looking at it all here. Let me get a little closer so you guys can see. And make sure you guys zoom in, pause the video, pinch it, whatever you need to do to make sure you guys can get a close-up on this so you guys can see everything that this comes with automatically, because it's pretty stacked. And again, for that $51,500, you might not necessarily need any additional options here when it comes to the Sportback S-Line. So are you guys loving this Q5 Sportback as much as I am for the 2024 model year? With that said, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys check the link in the description for the website and phone number so you guys can get this in your driveway today. And we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.